Some Terrans like to call Daybreak a Zerg map because it's pretty hard to drop against Zerg here. But I'm just not so sure that I can agree with that, Kev, because once you split the map, it becomes pretty even, I think.
I think I agree with you, Ben. I don't really want to let my opinion weigh too heavy, Ben, in ZVT, because that's what you're for, Ben. You're the Zerg guy here. But from the games I've seen, I think I feel the same way, but I also do feel since the new patch, I really feel from a neutral point of view that playing TVZ is starting to become really extremely hard, because that creep threat is pretty much a story right now in every single game, and it just seems so hard to deal with that.
Yeah, I agree. There are some builds popping up. There's some cute stuff with 2 Banshees and a Raven that we've seen.
Yeah.
Controlling creep is one of my favorite things.
It's very good, then again, if Zerg plays Muda, like that's kind of good if you know that the Zerg player is going to play Ling and Fester. Like if the Zerg is predictable, you can definitely like still metagame him. There's still plenty of things that Terrans can do. But if you really have no idea whether he's going to play Zergling and Fester or Mudas, if you open 2 Banshee Raven and he goes Mudalisk, well,
yeah.
You're in a world of trouble.
That's very true. Obviously, neither Banshees nor Ravens particularly good against Mutas.
Well, I mean, I've seen a video on YouTube where like a couple of Ravens kill like 60 Mutas with Seeker missiles, but yeah, that's not something that most Terrans can afford in one-on-one, unfortunately.
Morrow was being cute and hiding his barracks off in the corner here, trying to mind game Targa, but Targa was being very smart, scouts the entire main base, spots it, so knows he doesn't have to worry about anything. Looks like it will be a gasless fast expand for Morrow, and Targa has gone hatch first. So standard stuff here on both sides of the map.
Yep, so far everything is standard. I do like that Morrow is trying to hide that Rex, certainly after that game 2. If you are a Targa, you're definitely going to be paranoid, because, I mean, game 2 was a weird game, was some serious pressure, and if you don't scout the Rex in straight away, even if it's just for 2 or 3 seconds, then again, Targa is a very good player. He counts the amount of SCVs straight away, and he will probably realize, okay, this is definitely not the same thing as I faced on Shakuras.
Yeah, and obviously it's not. The command center already going up before Morrow. Double gas follow-up, so... Ooh, I mean, that could be some kind of heavy tech build. Still pretty likely that we see some Hellions, but that's a really fast double gas, Kev.
Yeah, it is a really fast double gas. Maybe we could see some Banshee play out of Morrow. Puma has been a fan of Banshee opening in CVT for quite a while, and then he doesn't even necessarily try to kill drones, he just tries to kill queens, or at least keep queens busy, so perhaps the creep threat is not as insane as it normally is. We'll see. We're going to keep a close eye on Morrow's base. For all the people just tuning in and wondering what did you guys miss so far at the NASL, this is just the first best of 3. Our second best of 3 is going to be played after this. It will be another TVZ between Chef and QXC. The third one will be between Puzzle and Jinro. Puzzle being our division leader and Jinro being at the bottom of the division. And last but not least, we've got a really big game for you guys between MC and Polt. So it should be an awesome day.
Yep, such a great day of games here. Cannot wait to see MC versus Polt.
Me neither, man. I love that. MC had a pretty good run at the MLG Winter Arena. I'm not gonna say exactly for people who want to watch VODs and whatnot, but pretty good run.
He did not bad.
No, not bad.
It will be a Hellion opening for Morrow, at least for now. We'll see if he continues to go for that fast tech. He does have quite a bit of gas, so I'm almost expecting a starport to go down. And Targa's doing just what we would expect from him. He started his Ling speed, he stopped mining gas, and now he's just pumping out those drones, going right up to 4 queens.
Interesting bunker placement here by Morrow, Ben. What do you see behind this? Maybe because he's taking so quick, he's afraid of some early pressure, maybe roaches and links, and or maybe just
an interesting bunker placement. I think it's a little bit too far back. It doesn't cover the ramp.
I also think that it's going to delay his mining placement. I think it's going to delay his mining by quite a bit, because the SCVs are going to have to take a detour.
Yeah, he's going to go the long way. Huh.
The SCVs are confused and like, why would you build a bunker there in the first place, boss?
That's he's getting all mad at the Marines. Let us mine our minerals, man. Marines just kind of sitting in the bunker playing Xbox.
Yeah, we're like, just do your job.
Get back to work.
Do your job and shut up. It's like, if you only knew how tough life is as an SCV.
I don't know. I don't think SCVs can really complain when you look at what a Marine has to do. He's got to deal with banelings.
Well, SCVs are kind of like this. You know, Team Liquid has this awesome question. Like, you can win $1 million. You can get $1 million bucks. But 1 out of 100 people will instant die, like immediately. So you have a chance 1 out of 100 that you die, and if not, you get if you get $1 million bucks. Like most people will do it. Like around 75% of the people said they would take that risk. And as being an SCV is kind of like taking that risk, because most of the time you're fine, you just save in the main base. But every now and then there is a scouting SCV, and he always dies. So I don't know, man.
But if he makes it back, do you think he gets $1 million?
Yes. he gets everything, man. He gets purple hearts and all.
Oh, what? Okay, well, I guess we're seeing the effects of that 3G connection there, Kev, as that should have been an easy surround for Targa.
But
he does still clean up those Hellions, though, so no big deal.
Targa does get a pretty decent scout up. He saw the tank rolling down the low ground. He sees the additional command center going up. He sees this Rex being in production as well. So that was a perfect Overlord scout. That was about as good as it's possibly going to get. Where do I hear the Marine shooting at now? Oh, killing the neutral supply depot.
Morrow's doing the exact same build he did in game number 1, already going up to tanks and getting that siege mode done.
Yes,
siege mode is done, so he'll be pretty safe against most aggressive things that Targa could be doing. Targa's not going to be aggressive at all, though. He's already taken his 3rd base, and he's still droning in hard. Look at that creep spread very nearly in the center of the map, and it's only 8 minutes into the game. I
mean, we used to like this when this was around 10 minutes in the game, you know. And now it's 8:46, and this is starting to get standard. I love that Targa's always getting this macro hedge pretty early on. That is what allows him to have that much life, and that is also what allows him to saturate that 3rd base so extremely quick. Targa's really good in keeping his economy up to par.
Yeah.
Even though he has quite some minerals floating right now, but I think that's just because he wants to make sure that nothing funky is coming.
I mean, Targa's really a very underrated player for how good he is. Like, he has been neck and neck with everybody he's played.
Yeah. I mean, even his first best of 3 in the season, he lost 1-2 against QXC. We were like, well, that's not a big surprise. QXC, one of the better North American Terrans. And Targa playing from Australia. It's very nice that he's in the league, but I guess this is what we can expect from Targa. Like, he's gonna get rolled by the best players in the division, and he will be able to put up a good fight against the others. But the opposite has been true so far. He lost against QXC, but then he managed to beat some excellent players, and now he's playing very good against Morrow, a guy we know who takes the NASL very serious, prepares his game, studies his opponents. Is 4-1 right now in his division, shared number 1 together with Puzzle. So it's just amazing what Targa is playing us.
I like what we see from Targa. He has some lings down there in that 3rd base just in case Morrow tries to float down there, and Morrow is going to try to float down there. Targa almost looks like he wants to go for a big 2-pronged attack, and
maybe a run. I thought for a second.
Changed his mind. He started to move on both ends, and then when he took the tank shot, he backed off.
I like that he changed his mind, because I don't think he would have been able to achieve all that much. Certainly not with a run by. Morrow has some units over here, and he has this excellent tank over here.
That's a lot of lings. I don't know. I feel like maybe, I don't know. Probably not with Stim. But still, he's got those units in position so that if Morrow were to leave, he could always counter.
The problem is kind of if he would lose those links right now, it's kind of like a Terran losing their Hellions. You give away all map control, and I wouldn't wanna do that if I play Zerg in this situation.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Then you got to remake lings, and you know you can't make drones. Instead, Targa's just going to sit back and keep those Zerglings alive. He's still spreading creep very, very well, well past the middle of the map, using his queens to get vision up onto the high ground so we can keep going up and down the cliffs. Targa's going to have creep in Morrow's 4th base before Morrow expands there at this rate.
Targa has a few drones too many in both his main base and his natural. That's why this 3rd base is a little bit undersaturated. That's a little bit sloppy. Of course, optimal right now for this phase of the game would be 16-16-16. We can clearly see that he has a few drones too much at both the first 2 bases and a few too little at the 3rd one.
First Muta is also popping out now for Targa. Will allow him to have even more map control than he already does. Morrow is not exactly prepared for Mutas. He's got a couple of turrets around the map, so there's a good chance that Targa could do some damage.
Targa, I think on purpose, researched armor first. I think he's going to try to make something happen with just Muta Ling, not Bane Links, but it's going to be very tough, but those Links will be able to survive that first tank shot, which is of course also important.
Yeah, you're right. The tanks don't have any upgrades. You're exactly right. First weapons upgrades being researched now for Morrow, but that's not going to be done for another couple of minutes.
So if Targa wants to do something with a lot of links, where are the Mutas right now? Ben kind of lost track.
They're down at the bottom of the map.
Yeah, that's right.
But he's kind of just sitting back, and I don't mind that either. He's taking a 4th base. He could very possibly go ahead and take a 5th base. Yeah, he's still spreading creep.
I don't think he has to make something happen at all. I mean, he's at 81 drones. He has, as you said, this 4th hatches up right now as well. On the right bottom side of the map, his stack is looking healthy once more. He's also getting those spore crawlers again just to help out a little bit against those drops. It's so awesome. It's so smart. That's really something we've only seen over the course of the last 3-4 months. Spore crawlers for Zerg against drops, but how good has it been?
It's invaluable, man. Medevacs, they die pretty fast to spores. Oh, Targa catches a tank out of position. Nice job there. Gets a tank for free.
Yep, 1 Muta drops to 30 HP, but that's about it. So nice pickup there by Targa.
And he's now up to 170 supply. Morrow's actually going to max before Targa, though. He's been macroing exceptionally well
I love the macro of both these guys. The production tab is always floated with. Look at this, 11 creep tumors at once, man. This is 14 minutes into the game. Don't you think he has something better to take care of? No, he has 11 creep tumors at once. Of course, he just dropped quite a few with this single queen.
The queen falls. No more creep being spread for her.
Well, this is a pretty scary army, man. There's not a single baneling on the map. Right now, he's starting to morph a lot of banelings. Ooh, that's over here in the middle, which I guess he's going to have enough time. I'm not sure if 21 banelings is going to be enough. This is so many Marines.
Kind of comes down to how the engagement plays out.
87 Marines on the map.
As we predicted, there is creep in the 4th base of Morrow, so he can't take that expansion until he clears it. He does have a very, very scary-looking army. Man, he's got to be so careful about how he moves forward.
It's going to take so long before he actually... I mean, he has to be super careful, but it also means that he's going to give Targa a lot of time. If he rushes, he's not being careful.
Targa's got 29 banelings, 85 zerglings. He's got 50 more lings coming. God, there's so many tanks in this, though. I don't know if Targa's going to be able to do the same thing he did on Ohana.
That's kind of catch-22 if I've ever seen one, Ben.
Oh, but he is going to go for it. Zerglings coming. Here come the banelings as well. Muta's dying kind of fast. They're a little bit ahead of the rest of the army. Banelings running forward. Morrow trying to focus them down, but there's just so many Zerg units.
It's going to be close. I actually think Morrow is going to survive. That was beautiful splitting by Morrow. He will end up losing each and every single siege tank, though. But he's putting some serious pressure on this 4th base. Actually took out the 4th base.
Those units in the middle are going to end up falling.
Yeah, that kind of. I guess that means that this little hit squad is going to fall as well. But they definitely get a Medal of Honor for taking out that hatch, man.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, look at that focus fire.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome by Morrow.
Good by Morrow. He always does it. He's so clear. And let's take another look at that, man. Let's take another look at everything.
We'll bring it up. We've got we'll show that whole fight as Targa does go rushing in from all sides. Ling's getting a pretty good engage with the Mutas. As we see, we're out in front.
And look at the splitting right now from Morrow in the back.
Yep, splitting on really all sides. Finally, Targa gets a couple of good detonations and barely doesn't hold while this is happening, guys. You can see on the mini-map that the 4th base is getting picked up. Targa does clean up that fight in the middle, but damage has been dealt, and I guess now we're back into the live game.
Back into the live game. We can see Morrow has a 33 supply lead right now. Targa lost quite a few drones over here on the right bottom side of the map, and of course,
actually
importantly,
only 4. Mostly it was the hatch.
So yeah, but he's been making a lot of additional spine crawlers and spore crawlers. Then I guess he lost a few.
Yeah, his drone count has kind of dropped a bit. I guess he never really droned up after he built all the spines and spores around the map. His hive is done. That's pretty good news, but he hasn't started the Greater Spire yet, which he's really going to need to fight this army of Morrow.
He still didn't really fully saturate that 3rd base. If there's one point we can criticize Targa about, it's really his 3rd base economy.
Yeah. Morrow again going to separate a small hit squad of Marines to go down to the 4th while he makes a main concentrated push in the middle. Targa doing a good job of slowing the advance of that Terran army. But still, Morrow's doing what he wants to. Oh, drop up in the main base, and Targa has nothing back here to deal with it. This could end up being a big deal. Wow, Morrow's actually maxed, Kev.
Yeah, Morrow is max, and Targa's far from max. Now both these guys, they see each other. Targa sees the drop, and Morrow sees the main base, but he's not going to do anything about it.
Whoa, no, I don't think loading up's the right idea.
No, definitely not.
It's going to be a bumpy ride. A very bumpy ride.
It's not going to be a bumpy ride, man. You're going to need...
This is not going to be a ride.
You're going to need a hero captain to ever land that medevac. You're going to need that guy who landed that plane in the river in New York. What was the river called?
The Hudson, I think?
Yeah, the Hudson River. Man, that guy was a boss.
He was indeed.
And I heard he went to work the next day. What a hero.
Targa wants to make a big flank here. He's probably going to lose this 4th base again, but if he can clean up the... Oh, no, he's not going to flank at all. He's just going to counterattack. I really like this move, Kev. There is a planetary.
The planetary is so extremely good against the army that Targa has, so even if he's going to be able to take this out, he's going to end up losing a lot of lings.
How many lings is it going to be? He's going down so fast. Actually, I think most of the lings stayed alive, and Morrow forced to come back with the majority of his army. He might actually lose everything in his 3rd, Kev.
Whoa, Targa's going to have to take out
Oh, man, you know, if
army.
Targa had burrowed some banelings on that return path, that would have been the sickest thing ever.
Lucky versus Cloud, man.
That's something that Violet likes to do as well.
Once more, we can see how extremely good a spore crawler is against
beautiful
drops.
splitting on the other side of the map. We kind of... we just missed it. It was outside of the 3rd base of Targa, but Morrow had like 5 Marines, and he killed 5 banelings with them with some just perfect splits.
Why did I miss that, man?
Happens to the best of us, Kev. Morrow is going to go ahead and retake this 4th base. He's done a good job of, I guess, command center production, we can call it, as he always seems to have a new CC to float down.
Targa's going to try to make something happen with these mutas. Might be able to pick off this one siege tank over here. Most Marines are a little bit out of position. Yes, he does pick it off. He does lose one muta. But
tank for a muta. Pretty even trade.
Take a look at Morrow's bases. His third still has quite some money in it, but his natural is pretty much mined out. And of course the same goes for his main base. And Targa, it's pretty much the same story. Besides this way, still has a lot more money left, just because he never really fully saturated it.
Yep, and he also never had the mules being dropped on it. Once more, Targa tries to take the bottom right, as the muta's going to make their way into the main base of Morrow. Morrow's not got much defense here. Actually, it's only 3 turrets, and they're all going to die.
Yeah, he did, and he did kill 3 mutalists though, and I'm not sure if Targa's really in a position where he can end up losing 3 turrets. But this is annoying for Morrow. He's forcing Morrow to come back right now. Morrow's going to be out of position.
Pay attention, Targa. Good. Gets out of there before he loses anything. And picks off a couple depots.
And Targa just wants to buy time for himself right now. Great Inspire is almost ready, so that means he will be able to produce Broodlords, but at what rate?
Yeah, he's not got that big bank. It's been pretty much non-stop action. That's been forcing Targa to rebuild units. And you know, banelings are awesome things to have, but they're also pretty expensive. They suck up gas at a pretty rapid rate.
This is very nice Mutalisk arrest right now by Targa. Picked off all those missile turrets once more, and it's been killing quite a few SCVs. As you can see, killed 18 SCVs throughout the entire game. 2 medevacs way out of position. That's a nice little present as well. Targa's gonna say thank you and just get out of there.
Yep, loses just a single muta there. But, oh, there's a whole army. But no, Morrow not repositioning to deal with that. Instead, he's gonna go ahead and push down into the bottom right. And does Targa have enough to deal with this?
I don't think he does right now. But he might actually be able to pick off Morrow. Use those Marines. You're gonna have to defend your command center.
Yeah, he's gonna notice, and he does actually finally back up. That command center burning. Needs to be repaired. Surely Morrow will bring something back to deal with that. That 4th expand was once again picked off. It's so frustrating for Targa. He's tried so hard to establish a 4th, never really able to.
So right now the Targa is gonna have to rely on Targa. Use all your drones. He still has 57 drones. Now he finally has too many over here, because he could send quite a few over here to the middle. Then again, that is a very vulnerable base right now, but he has his entire army here, so why not?
His command center is still burning and not being repaired, Cav.
No, Morrow won't do that. No, actually the mutas are making their way over. I can see Targa clicking over here, so
Targa,
that's a nice little pick-off.
Yo, he's gonna get it. Absolutely gonna pick that one up. Nice play there by Targa, so that's one less base that he has to worry about. Morrow is trying to expand up top left once more, but Targa sends an Overlord to drop some creep there.
Yeah, and very smarty. We can also see the mutas making their way over to the left top side of the map, because he knows there are only 2 Marines right now. He wants to take out those 2 little Marines and still drop creep. So he's going to delay this base for such a long time. Man, Targa is playing all the small things he does so extremely well.
Yeah, he's playing some beautiful StarCraft. The problem seems to be just the bank, Cav. It's 3,000, 2,000 banked up for Morrow.
Yeah, but now once more I think he's going to force Morrow to come all the way back if Morrow wants to keep this command center alive. Where are your Marines, Morrow?
I think Morrow's just going to push through the middle. He's just going to let that command center die. He's building a new one instead.
So it's going to be 79 Marine, 11 tanks, and 7 Marauders, and that's really about it. That's going to have to win the game for Morrow, Ben. And 3,000 minerals in the bank.
And 3,000 minerals, yeah. That's kind of
slipped that one.
That's kind of something else. Muta's once more going to make their way into the back of the 4th base. So more great harass by Targa, building up that workers kill tab. A couple Marines going to get picked off here with some good fungals and some Zergling engagements.
Just the fact that Targa has been able to play such a close game once more against Morrow, really pushing Morrow to the limit over here in game 3, which can still go either way, but this is a very nice drop.
Yeah, now the drop. This is going to be almost impossible for Targa to deal with. His whole army's in the middle of the map. He knows he has to keep this base alive, but there's just nothing back at home. He's going to lose his spawning pool. Oh, brutal loss there. Broodlords are going to start floating forward. There's no Vikings out for Morrow. He's just now starting the Viking production. I think the mutas, oh no, they're still harassing in the 4th base.
And this was very sloppy by Morrow, Ben. He had this little drop over here in the right bottom side of the map for such a long time. Never moved it, never stimmed it, and now he didn't pick off this hatchery.
Doesn't pick off that hatch. Lost his drop up in the main base of Targa, but the problem here is, Morrow can afford to make mistakes and Targa can't. Now, he's been playing a great job. He's really been hanging around, and finally he reestablishes this bottom right expand. But
yeah, that's pretty much the only mining base he's going to have right now.
Yeah, it really is. He's got the center, but there's no hatch there.
Once again, he's pretty low saturated over here. He can have more drones over here. It's still not mined out. Morrow, I think Targa really hates his 3rd base, man. If I was his 3rd base,
I think he just knows that that's the only base he's going to really be able to have for a while. So he's just going to take the slow and steady approach. Broodlord's starting to march forward.
Oh, he's getting a lot of free shots. Targa, move your Zerglings.
Couple Zerglings, couple Banelings dying. Actually, more than a couple.
Man, what a great game over here on Daybreak.
Yeah.
It's just our first best of 3 of today, but you guys are playing awesome.
Morrow does land at 6 o'clock. He's got that base going now. Still hasn't been able to clear out the creep from the top
beautiful
left.
fungal ban here by Targa. Targa's going to land another fungal and probably then one more, and he's going to be able to take out these 3 Vikings.
Even transfuses a corruptor. Beautiful, beautiful play by Targa. Awesome stuff. There in the center of the map, keeping being as cost effective as possible. Ooh, big drop. Moving out from Morrow. That's actually such a huge deal. This is the mining base that Targa has to keep alive. Oh no, and he says he's just going to go for it. Tanks are all Oh my, fungal! Huge fungal by Targa. Is it going to be enough? Broodlord still marching forward. Infested Terrans now going to go down. Those Vikings have got to be dealt with. Ultras crashing into the Marines. Supply-wise, it's Targa who's ahead. And I think he's going to pick off this expansion as well as most of Morrow's army. Morrow has dropped these 2 medevacs full of units in the bottom right, but he's forgotten about them in the midst of this aggression.
Wow, that's not the first time this happens to Morrow, and this is such a key moment right now. Morrow, just stim in and pick up that hatch. He's gonna need that.
Targa, he's up in supply, but for whatever reason, he's not going to continue pushing. He wants to fall back to these queens so he can keep these units alive. Now Morrow is going to stim and run forward.
I think he wants to wait
back.
I think he wants to wait for his corruptors. He just made like 7 or 8 corruptors.
Targa, don't lose broods. One broodlord getting picked off. The army of Targa forced to come back to deal with this drop. The hatchery dies. A couple of drones going to go down as well.
Morrow, I'm sad that he
Is there enough for a fungal? No, not enough for the fungal.
Well, there are so many corruptors. A little bit sloppy right there. He could have picked off both medevacs.
All of a sudden, this game has gotten crazy close, Kevin. The big bank that Morrow was sitting on is gone. He's got a nice little bio hit squad out, but very few medevacs, only 2. There are 9 Vikings out, but I believe Targa's stopped producing broodlords.
And there are 12 corruptors. He made a lot of corruptors during that fight and even after the fight.
Now Morrow getting back to that medevac production, realizing how important it is. Man, completely mined out bases all over the place for both of these players.
Oh, be careful with your units, Targa. I'm not sure if that's a great engagement. He's very indecisive right
dead
now.
Ultralisks, those are very valuable ultras. Targa does finally back off. He will kill off all the Vikings. He's got a couple of broodlords left, but he
Only 2.
I lost most of them.
Well, that was not a good trade for Targa, even though he picked off all those Vikings.
He's also got all these corruptors, so he can rebuild. But Morrow's taken again the top left, and now he's going to be able to drop some mules there, and that's really going to supercharge his economy. If we watch the income tab, he should really jump ahead with these mules.
It's going to be over 2,000 just from a single base, because he can, man.
125 supply to 140, still a very, very close game. A single mistake on either side would probably end it.
And I think Targa just made, I wouldn't say he made a mistake right here, but he lost 3 ultras, and he really didn't need to. Because those bio units really did not come into play in that little Viking corruptor fight.
I'd like to see Targa make a couple more Banelings and then about 5 Infestors so that he can always have the opportunity to land that big fungal and then connect with the Banes. Morrow still just expands everywhere. He's always building command centers. This is so critical in his play.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how many command centers he loses. Perhaps that's why he doesn't take that much care of them, man, because he just instantly remakes.
Targa going to try to force a fight up at the top of the map.
I would love to see fungal on all those SCVs.
He does actually throw down the big fungal, and he's going to get a lot of SCV kills there. Morrow repositioning his army. Oh, he's going to catch the broodlords out of position. That's a big deal. Also, so many Zerglings dying. This is a really bad engagement for Targa, dropping some fungal on some Marauders, but he's going to lose a lot of these Infestors. The command center getting picked off. The Ultras aren't even fighting. They're just kind of on move command. But still, Targa manages to clean up most of that.
Yeah, but I feel that Morrow didn't really fight with his entire army. We see a pretty big army on the right bottom side, man. That's one of the only mining bases for Targa. How many times is Morrow going to kill this hatch in this game?
He's going on, like, I think it's the 5th time now.
I'm getting a lot of free drones there as well.
Targa is going to return and try to clean it up. Morrow really needs to get out of there before the Infestors show up. Oh, but he's moving towards the Infestors. Targa sees it. Oh, that's actually really painful. 16 supply worth of Marines and two medevacs going to go down there. Morrow's supply is so low, 100 supply remaining. Targa going to take another fight down here at this base. Immediately, Morrow realizes it, lifts it. Could be an infested Terran attack. A lot of infested Terrans going to go down, but oh my god, I don't know, Kev. It's the Vikings going to deal with these.
Oh, the Ultra is so low on HP, so extremely low on HP. Targa lost a lot there. I actually think that was a pretty good fight so far for Morrow. He still has all those bio units as well.
Yeah, Targa dropping all the transfuse that he can with that single queen. The command center stays alive, so Morrow's able to keep mining. Also finish this other CC so he can once more try to move up to the top left. And Targa is just broke, Kev. He's got so little income, he can only afford to make Zerglings and a handful of Ultras at a time.
And 2 Infestors right now.
And for the first time, Targa's got no eyes on this top left expansion, so he's not going to know that Morrow's taking it.
And I think it would be kind of nice to use these 4 Ultras in the right bottom side of the map.
Wow. Oh, but you know what? This Marine right here just shot an Overlord, so if Targa looks...
Yeah. I don't think he used them in the fight.
Oh, now he knows. And, okay, so grats, Targa. Your army just got 25 supply bigger.
Yeah. It's like, oh, a 4 Ultras.
Not bad.
It's like when you played Red Alert, you know, you hit like the reinforcements has arrived.
No, man, it's like when you do your laundry and then you get your jeans out and you find $25 in the pocket. It's like...
That's not where I was going to go, but okay. Yes, that happens to me quite often.
Oh, man. Again, another medevac spotted, and Corruptor's going to deal with it very easily. Does Targa check this expand? He should. He will. He'll see the command center. It's not going to be able to be shot at by the ground units, but the Corruptors can do some damage. Morrow going to use this opportunity to swing around the bottom half of the map. Nothing there, though.
Oh. Actually, Targa doesn't want to actually take out the command center right now.
He just lands buries a Zergling.
He rather keeps his base alive in the middle of the
great job fungling there. This base is probably still going to fall. No, actually, Morrow just disengaging.
No.
Oh my god, this is the sickest ZVT.
Such an extremely close game. Now fight for a big fight. There are quite some Vikings over here as well. Move command once more for Targa. 3G.
Those Corruptors taking some heavy damage. That hatch barely staying alive. This is just expansion denial right now. Targa's taking 12 o'clock.
Targa went back to producing queens because he actually lost all his queens throughout the course of this game. So he doesn't have a single queen on the map.
Really, I mean, they're good for transfuse at this point. The Ultras become so much more effective when you can double their hit points with a quick heal. What an incredible game, Targa. So pro.
Yeah, really, man. Nukes are being researched for quite a while.
Again, this expansion tries to be taken up in the top left. Does Targa immediately move up there to deal with it? Nope, Brood Infestor dies.
I think Targa's really afraid right now to move out, Ben, because he knows how precious this hatch is, and it's so low on HP. And he didn't have any queens anymore, so he couldn't just transfuse it either. So I think the moment he knows he's going to move out with everything, or at least with a substantial army to the left top side, he's either going to lose a fight.
Ooh, it's a cloaked ghost. But somehow Targa sees it. I guess maybe the scan gave it away, and then he fungled.
Yes.
Exactly. But I mean, that was pretty sick. He just notices the shimmer and lands the fungal.
And the ghosts do have nuke, by the way. Targa's going to try to make something happen with 4 Zerglings, but
not going to be enough. But at least he has confirmed that expansion is down. Morrow's sending some SCVs up there right now.
Another hero ghost is coming in.
Kev said if he was a StarCraft unit, he would be a ghost. I don't think Targa sees this one. Oh, but now he might. Come on, Targa. There's only so many places that could be. Oh, no. He's moving his entire army.
So distracted, man.
Okay, well, he does at least realize it in time to move the drones away. Yeah, Hatch is definitely dead.
And all this lava as well.
Get into the extractor! So the 2 luckiest drones of all time. Targa going to go ahead and take out this base at the top left once more.
He's going to lose so many Zerglings again, though. I would rather see that he just ignores the Zerglings and goes with the Ultras only. Nice falling on a couple of those SCVs. It's still extremely close. Targa has 45 drones, but he has no... Well, he has 1 mining base over here on the north side. But
Morrow's moving to try and deny it. 150 supply for the Terran player, 160 for the Zerg. Vikings moving forward. Infestors are here. Snipe's going to go down. I think we are going to finally see another big fight.
I don't think this is the fight that Targa wants to take.
No, it's not a good engagement. Everything was too bottlenecked, and the Marines able to be so effective. I also feel like some of the Infestors got picked off as there's only 2 remaining, and this hatchery, I think, is going to fall, Kev.
Morrow is the king of sniping Infestors, Ben, so I'm not surprised by that.
Good fungal does go down.
Yeah,
and Targa saves it, keeping it alive.
I think that's the fungal that Targa wants. He's just going to keep doing this, and it's like, okay, you better fungal, because it might be able to pick up the hatch.
Another baited fungal. And there's only 3 fungals left for Targa. Morrow just trying to dance forward.
And Marauders. Well, an absolutely sick mad game here on Daybreak, and Morrow managed to secure this base now as well.
Targa's going to go, Kev. He's sending the Ultras now, and he needs to send... Free damage, unanswered damage. Hatch is going to finally get sniped, and now Targa is just going to go for it. Ling's streaming down. Ultra's coming as well. Needs some huge fungals, and there are none.
Wow,
there's actually a pretty missed
splitting by Morrow, though.
Incredible control by Morrow. Targa has gone for it, and I don't think it's going to work out. Ultra is melting away. A big fungal goes down, but it's just a little bit too late, and the supply of Targa tells the tale. 60 supply remains against the 100 of Morrow. There are no more mining bases, only 16 Zerglings in production, and albeit barely, I think Morrow has done it.
A game, Ben. What an absolutely great game between Targa and Morrow here on Daybreak. I'm just stunned, man.
Maybe the best game we've seen this season, man. I don't really know how else to describe it. Just incredible play on both sides.
It doesn't even feel like this game has been going on for 42 minutes, because often when I cast a 42-minute game, there are these moments in the game where just nothing happens for 10 to 15 minutes. And you feel, wow, this has been such a long game. Has there ever been not something happening for 3 or 4 minutes in this game?
Only in like the first 10 minutes when both these guys were macroing up, and after that, all hell broke loose, and it's just been scorched earth the entire time. Targa's not ready to give up, Kev. He's got this mining base in the middle of the map and 44 drones.
This pretty much counts as a mining base to me. It's non-stop income, man.
but Morrow's income's really starting to take off, Kev. He's got this 6 o'clock base. He's securing the top left. He's going to drop that scan and get rid of these burrowed Zerglings, and with it, he'll have 2 mining expansions.
I'm just getting a smile on my face, man, because I love all the small things that everybody does, but Targa keeps doing it. He doesn't burrow Zergling once, he does it over and over and over and over again, and that just makes me happy to see, because those are the type of things. And right now, he knows that there's going to be a new base. Straight away, he sends some Zerglings. Okay, Morrow is extremely well prepared in this case, but those are all the small things that I just love to see. Well, actually, the Zerglings are doing a pretty good job. There is if it wasn't for the fact that there was a bunker there, the Zerglings would have actually been enough.
But that's one of the small things that Morrow's doing well. Puts down bunkers as he takes this expansion. He says, all right, Targa, you're not going to kill it this time. It's going to be very well defended, and he drops like
9 mules.
9 mules.
This is actually the only time.
Is that even necessary?
This is actually the only time ever you're going to see a mule not being able to mine, because mules can overmine SCVs, but they can't overmine another mule. So you see, they have to, every now and then a mule has to wait.
Income of Morrow jumps up over 2K. Very, very nice to have at this stage of the game. His supply continuing to rise. It's a little bit slower going for Targa, who's trying to just get some broods out, but building a single Ultralisk. But unfortunately, he just doesn't really have the income that he needs.
Targa's going to try to make something happen with all these
He's pretending to be a drone.
Yeah, I saw that, by the way. He's like, oh, nothing's going on over here. Give me some of those minerals. I carry them. Put them right on my shield. Wow, guys.
Nothing to see here. Again, Morrow moves down, and he's once more going to deny this bottom right base. He's done such a good job of preventing preventing Targa from expanding here. It's
still how many more? Can you see that at the score screen? How many main buildings Morrow killed, or just standard buildings?
It's too bad. I wish that we had a count of it. Maybe we can.
Yeah, but I mean, he didn't really kill many additional extractors. Maybe 2 or 3, and he killed the spawning pool. The rest must have been hatcheries, because he raised so many spine crawlers and stuff as well. Never mind. He killed so many hatcheries this game. That's insane.
Yeah, it's so sick. It really is. What an amazing game, and it's still not over. Targa just refuses to give up, but
he has 2 Broodlords.
You know, I suppose he's starting to produce Infestors again with Broodlord Infestor. If Morrow were to take a bad fight.
Wow, look at the production tab right now. Mules are really useful. Suddenly Morrow, who's been on low eco for such a long time, is able to produce 22 Marines at once.
Oh, okay. And he goes 22 supply at a time, 173 to 193 is what we're about to see. Man. How about Morrow still macroing like a champ 48 minutes into the game? Keeping that money so low.
Morrow's going to spot those Broodlords right now, so he's going to be even more cautious than he's been so far. But he definitely wants to do something about these bases. There's no way that he's going to give Targa his right bottom base. That's basically the story of this game. So
yeah, and for every time Morrow's taking it out, and Targa's just retaking it. He's retaking it, and that's what you have to do.
That's like a money drone transfer.
Yeah, the drone's getting really chopped to pieces by those Marines.
Targa really wants to do this base, so I mean, he probably feels that this is the only way he can really get back into this game. Cloaked Ghost as well, then Vikings going to work on the Broodlords.
Yeah, this will probably, well, I don't want to say that, but it might be our final fight of the game. Vikings landing, QXC, Morrow stimming and running forward. Takes out the Zerglings and the Ultras. Good game, well played.
Wow, and if those words were ever true, man, what an absolutely amazing game here on Daybreak. 48 minutes of almost non-stop action. Maybe the last 2-3 minutes, nothing really happened anymore, but mad props to both these guys.
Smokes,
and
what
Targa.
A game. What a game. Best ZVT. That's going to knock off Idra Puma for my favorite game I've ever casted. This is my new favorite game.
I thought about that, but I actually thought that we both agreed that our favorite game we ever casted was Cloud vs. Lucky on Terminus.
Actually,
there's no better game than that.
Yeah, it's the best game ever played.
Yeah. Actually, guys, and this is like a little side story, not really relevant right now. But once upon a time, there was a big tournament going on. I think it was the Shoutcast Invitational, hosted by the awesome Total Biscuit. And on the same weekend, we were still casting Go for StarCraft 2, but everybody was, of course, watching Shoutcraft. And we maybe had like 800 people watching Go for StarCraft 2 in that moment. And then like Cloud versus Lucky started on Terminus, and 1 hour and 20 minutes of absolutely epicness, and we can talk about this game for days because it's just the absolute best game.
It was the most incredible game ever played. They mined out Terminus.
They and with action and like burrowed banelings everywhere, and not just once, but like fights, and then he run away, he burrowed a few banelings, Cloud is chasing new burrowed banelings, and in the end, Ben, we can actually talk about this game because the VOD is lost and the replays are never to be found. So there are only very few people who actually seen this game. But the most awesome thing,
the oft-told story.
The most awesome thing about that game is probably that Cloud won that game because he forgot he still had a third base. He lost his third base at Terminus, so that's like the most secure third base you can ever have. It's like in a little island. He lost that one and he never rebuilt it. And then he mined out Terminus, and it came down to a few Marines against Broodlords. And then suddenly he's like, hey, wait, I can still expand here. So after 1 hour and 10 minutes, he took his third base at Terminus, and oh man, such a good game.
And he was able to take it. Beautiful play on both sides. Oh man, the final game of Targa versus Morrow was brought to you guys by Kingston HyperX. That will be the Kingston HyperX match to remember because that was an incredible game. We're going to have to do a special recap of that sometime next week. I've already got a little hamster running in my brain right now, you know, on the little wheel.
I know, man.
This was going on. Powering the light bulb.
But they only run at night. It's daytime right now.
Yeah, maybe they're waking up. It's about 6 p.m.
Okay.